Okay. Um, my name is Dreamer Glenn. I'm most known for being the owner of Miss Prissy's, but yeah, no, that's not. It doesn't feel right. Well, now I'm speaking, and it's hard for me to flip gears. So now I'm speaking in terms of the foundation and not in terms of Miss Prissy's, but they're kind of like, they kind of hold hands. So I'm trying to think of how do I want to do this. But okay, I think I have it. Okay, all right. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, let's do that. Okay, all right, let's go. My name is Dreamer Glenn, mostly known as Miss Prissy of Miss Prissy's restaurant in the Salt City Market in Syracuse. But today I'm here on another cause. I am here to represent the Dayne Foundation, which is a foundation that I created in memory of my deceased daughter. My daughter would have been 20 years old, and I was just thinking of a way to honor her memory. And she would be in college or, somewhat almost finished her first 4 years by now. And I'm thinking that the money that I would have spent on her, I would like to use that to help educate other children in our community. So the Dayne Foundation is a scholarship foundation to help children that are very bright, that are ambitious, but sometimes just maybe don't have the means or all of the means to continue and further their education. So that is the premise of what the foundation is all about. My pregnancy with Nile was my first pregnancy, so I didn't really know what to expect. You're just happy to be a first-time mom, and you're expecting to everything to go as planned, and you're reading a book, What to Expect When You're Expecting, and you think this is going to be peachy keen and just a regular, normal pregnancy. During my 26th week, I started to have complications. Started experiencing lots of pain and, didn't know why. And I would call my physician and, only to be told that it was just, it's just heartburn. You're supposed to feel this way because it's your first time. I really had to step up and advocate for myself. Like, no, I'm in pain. I'm experiencing lots of pain and this shouldn't be, and I'm uncomfortable. And one day I had gone into my doctor's office and she looked at me and she told me to go straight to the emergency room. Do not pass go, do not go home, go straight to the emergency room. And it comes out to be that I was severely preeclamptic with the HELP syndrome, which means that some of my organs were failing and my body was going through some real trauma. And they had to deliver the baby almost immediately. They did that, and it was still not a good prognosis for me or the baby. Nile was not immediately taken to the NICU. She was left with me for about 24 hours because the doctors were just under the assumption that she was just too young to make it. Our family was told to go spend time with us because 9 times out of 10, we weren't going to make it. And we made it. I'm still here to tell you the tale. And my daughter lived for 1 month and 4 days. And they couldn't explain why. And they didn't know why I still lived because my blood pressure was so high. They expected me to stroke out and, continue to have seizures and stuff like that. But I'm still sitting here in front of you, which tells me that I have a purpose. It was meant for me to be here. And my daughter, at her funeral, I heard just as clear as day, she's dead, you're not. You have to live, you have to do, and you have to be. And I made up in my mind from that day, no matter how hard it was, no matter what it looked like, I had to live. And I had not only for her, I had to live for me, because the way that I had been living was not in alignment with the way it was supposed to be. So after Nile was born, I was told before I left the hospital that you will probably, not have any more children. It was with my second child, because of what happened with Nile, and because, I wasn't supposed to be pregnant. They were like, oh God, this wasn't supposed to happen. Oops. So they placed me on strict bed rest. Doctors every week, and I had to quit my job. I had to stay home. So you're really going stir crazy, and you're thinking about all the what ifs. What if this happens again? What if I lose this baby too? Things that you really can't articulate out loud. So cooking for other people, it helped me focus and channel, my thoughts in a different direction, which was extremely, extremely helpful. I needed that. It was what saved me physically and what saved me mentally. From there, my first catering business launched. Miss Prissy's was born, and with that platform and with that notoriety, here's the Nile Dayne Foundation. The whole thing was a long road, a hard road, but I wouldn't be here if I hadn't experienced it all. I hope that with the scholarships from the Nile Foundation, that children, young people, young adults that wouldn't normally have a chance can get the chance that they deserve. I tell my children all the time, go see, be, and do. I hope that scholarships from this foundation will be able to allow them to go, see, be, and do. I do hope that scholarships from this foundation will help them to realize that they're limitless. The only limits that they have are within the confines of their own mind. I hope that through this foundation, I can make a footprint, however small or however large, and that other people will start to leave footprints after me to fund other children, other causes, other goals, within our community, because it takes a village. So I hope that the Nile Dayne Foundation will be, one among many in our village for our Black and brown kids. And I am super excited to introduce that to the world, because I think it's going to be as big as she would have been.